many moods, many shades. Yeah, I'm doing this almost as like an emergency kind of thing. Didn't even want to talk. Just I hate the feeling that my mind and my body's betraying me. This is just annoying. No, because I like today was like the first time I woke up in a long while where I didn't feel like I wanted to throw myself off a bridge. Yeah, guess what? I didn't want to throw myself into traffic. Yippee for me. And then what happens? I get a panic attack. That's what my body's. This is what happens when I feel good, whether it's naturally or unnaturally. I get a panic attack. A good feeling makes my body freak out because I'm so like 99% of the time I feel like, you know, like I'm at the bottom of a well and people are all taking turns pissing down that well. But that's fine. That's the normal me. Then I went through this whole thing. You know, if anybody even watches this, that after the flu I had, I felt totally flat, like flat soda. Like that was like my thing. I went on the whole flat soda binge, at least expression of that. And then slowly, then down, and then I walked a lot yesterday, saw a good show at Gagosian. Slept pretty okay. Woke up feeling like I can actually do something. Maybe things are not as bleak as I think they are. And the weather got a lot better. It went up like 40 went up to 40 degrees, which is like obviously triple what it's been. Some snow melt, whatever. People are able to move around and do things because the snow and the ice actually is thawing. And no, I got 3 panic attacks. 3. I had one just did, and then kind of like one in the shower, and then I did everything to calm myself down, and then I'm like, oh, then something else must be physically wrong with me, medically wrong with me, and then I had these like soap slivers, and they kept falling through the thing, the holder, and I had this new bar of soap that I got because I wanted to use. I liked the box it came in. It was like this Chinese soap, and with all these soaps, like the Spanish soap and the Chinese soap, you have to make sure you don't get laundry soap that comes in a like a bar, just like one you use for the bath. And I opened this soap up, and it smelled like burning plastic, gasoline, benzene. Like none of those smells, but those smells at the same time. So it was just like, so here I am, like shaking from like panic. And I also had just too much coffee. Like sometimes, when I drink the same amount of coffee, no matter if I'm a little groggy or I'm like wide awake. So maybe I just had a caffeine rush. I don't even know. And then like I'm shaking in the shower because I'm trying to calm down because I'm like nervous as hell. And this bar of soap that I pulled out just like completely like I thought the smell like the bathroom was on fire. So like I'm like, oh my god. So I had to run out of the shower and throw this bar of soap out, which was like ridiculous. And then I'm kind of like, trying to get like my head together, like back under control. And then I was okay. Then I went for like 2 kind of long walks because I needed to buy something in Elmhurst. And then I wanted to go back to this hip hop shop to see where they put my parking meter. I want you to walk off the thing. I didn't eat. And then I just caved and bought a slice of pizza from a place I don't like. I had all this food cooked, and I just lost my appetite. And then I took a huge dump out of like fear or nervousness. Like I got nervous, and then it's like, oh my god, it was just. And then 2 hours later, I get like I feel like I can't breathe, and I almost felt like I forgot how to breathe for a couple of seconds, like because I looked at my phone and I was like, I don't know. I'm like, this is what I get. I feel like even when I want to feel okay or that I got a handle on things or things are okay with the world, my body freaks out. It's like, what are you doing, man? Why are you feeling good? You have no right to feel good. As if I have no right to feel good at all. As long as I feel like the sole of a shoe, then fine. We got you for days. You're good, man. And this is the problem. Like it's so like I don't know. I don't know how to fix that. I have no idea how to fix that. I don't know. Like I don't know. That's my answer. I don't know. I don't have an answer because I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed that my own mind betrayed me, and I don't like that. And then my body followed suit. My mind's like, we feel good. There must be something wrong. And it's historically, yes. Sometimes when I feel a little bit too energetic or feel too good, it's followed by a cold or flu. It's happened to me before. Like before I got the flu, I remember feeling a little bit too jazzy. I'm feeling too energized. And I'm like, uh-oh. And then lo and behold, I had the flu. So like, good news for me is bad news. And and this sucks because you have your mind going one way, your body going another way, and it's following, and then you feel like you're holding on to the hood of a car, like in an action movie, because you don't know, because then there's me, and I look at me as separate from my mind and my body. It's like the intrusive thoughts, the weirdness, how you kind of like glom on to like an idea or something, like the fixation and the stimming and all this stuff, like you'll see an image or a smell that bothers you, and then you can't just shake it for some reason, um, and then your mind starts to race. I'm like, dude, nothing happened. Like I didn't do anything. Just it's and before I could blame it on the booze because the booze obviously shifts every perspective and every emotion. This is happening while I'm sober. And like my cousin was telling me, it's like the GABA, I don't know, the GABA chemicals or whatever, that your brain is trying to grab something, and there's nothing to grab onto. And he said that was the same problem with him in ecstasy. Like when he quit, it's like his body's trying to find something, and it can't find it. And it's the stress of finding that goodness or some sort of neurotransmitter to kind of like do something. And it's like, so it like while it's making this, it's stressing your brain out because you just stopped it from something, you stopped feeding it something, so it's hungry still. And it's just like, well, it's been sick, like I don't know, now it's been the longest it's ever been in my life. How many days am I at? Almost at 100. Sunday would make it 100 days, so I'm like a couple of days shy from, so I'm at 95 days or something like that. And so before that, it was like 89. So it's like, is my body not done yet with this? Can I just be over this and not like, because that's what almost happened today. Like I got so worked up that I almost was like, I need a drink. I need a drink to even myself out because, when you're in that position, you're like, okay, well, if I put myself in a big deep hole, like I know that hole. I don't know these holes. These are different kinds of holes, and I don't like them because they're unfamiliar, because there's nothing to blame. I can't blame, like, oh, it was the wine, a bad wine, or too many beers, or, no, there is nothing to actually blame. It's all here, and it's freaking me out, and I don't like it. And, okay, so, like, and then I, like, and it didn't stop me from everything. I did everything I needed to do today thus far. So it didn't stop me. Thank goodness, because I tried to work through it. Didn't really delay anything. I didn't have much to do anyway. But man, like I had this, everything like focused and ready to go. Out of bed, felt good. Oh, because of the music. Because I finally, after, like I mentioned this before, that it was very hard for me to listen to music as of late. And today I listened to, A Killing Joke, and I was listening to Ozzy and stuff, and I was just, yeah, I like the music felt like it was back. And then I was feeling good. The music was making me feel better. And then all of a sudden it was just like somebody hit the panic button. Like, no, 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 no. Wait a minute. Remember we had that thing with music. We don't like it now. And I'm just like, geez. So I'm like I'm just slamming the computer shut. I'm like, no, no, stop playing music. It's awful. Um, so I don't know. There's no real answer, and just questions to I don't know. I don't want to feel rotten all the time as an answer. So I guess still looking for solutions. Who knows? All right. This ice is melting around here. That's right.